Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is something a little different and something that many of you have been requesting for quite some time now. Yes, you heard it right. In today's video, we bring you Farlight 84 in full FPP gameplay. A lot of people have been talking about this game lately, and there's been a growing interest around how this game performs when you switch from the traditional TPP to the more immersive and intense FPP experience. That's exactly what we're here to show you today. From the moment you load into the game, there's certain energy that comes with Farlight 84. The atmosphere is bright, the graphics pop with those cyberpunk vibes, and everything from the sound effects to the character movements feels responsive and sharp. But switching to FPP changes everything. It brings a whole new layer of intensity to every single fight. Instead of watching your character from a safe third-person perspective, you're now fully in their shoes, experiencing the chaos, the gunfire, the explosions, and the high-speed chases firsthand. As soon as the match begins, you immediately notice how different your awareness feels. In FPP, your field of view is tighter, your reaction time matters even more, and your movement has to be cleaner because there's no extra camera angle helping you peek around corners or giving you a wider look at what's happening behind you. Every sound feels closer. Every bullet feels like it's flying right past your head, and every enemy looks much more threatening when they're charging straight toward your screen. What makes Farlight 84's FPP mode stand out isn't just the perspective shift. It's how well the developers have optimized the controls and mechanics for this view. Jumping, sliding, aiming down sights, everything feels tight, responsive, and impactful. It feels like they've really thought about how to make this more than just a visual change and turn it into an entirely different way of experiencing the game. When you're sprinting through abandoned buildings or exchanging fire across rooftops, you can feel the adrenaline kick in because you're locked into the action. There's no stepping back and observing. It's all happening right in front of you, and there's no escaping it. One thing that really stood out to me during this gameplay session is how important sound becomes in FPP. Footsteps, gunfire in the distance, doors creaking open, all of it feels amplified when you don't have a wide-angle view helping you predict what's about to happen. You rely heavily on your ears, and that adds to the tension. Every step you take feels more deliberate. You're not just running into the next building hoping for loot, you're listening, calculating, making sure you're not walking into an ambush. Another aspect that caught my attention is how the gunfights feel. In third person, gunfights can sometimes feel like a dance. You're popping in and out of cover, trying to catch someone off guard. In FPP, it's raw, it's chaotic, and it demands precision. When you ADS, aim down sights, you're fully committed. There's no quick escape. If you win the fight, it's because you were faster, more accurate, and better prepared. If you lose, it usually comes down to a mistake that you can instantly identify. There's no blaming the camera angle or the perspective. It's all on you. Throughout this gameplay, you'll notice how the pacing of the match changes with this mode. Everything feels faster because your reaction times need to be sharper. You can't rely on third-person tricks to get a better angle. It's you, your weapon, and your instincts. The movement system, which already feels fluid in Farlight 84, becomes even more important here. Sliding through doorways, jumping across gaps, vaulting over obstacles, it all needs to be second nature. The smoothness of these mechanics helps keep the flow of the game fast and aggressive. And when you combine that with FPP, it creates some incredible moments of pure, unfiltered action. Visually, the FPP experience offers something new too. The detail in the environments becomes more noticeable. The neon lights reflecting off metal surfaces, the particles floating in the air after an explosion, the small animations of your hands reloading a weapon or interacting with objects, it all adds up to create a more immersive world. You feel like you're there in this chaotic, futuristic battlefield, fighting for survival with every decision you make. I also want to highlight how different the heroes and their abilities feel in this mode. In TPP, abilities can sometimes feel like tools you use from a distance. In FPP, they feel like extensions of your own body. Whether you're deploying a shield, throwing a grenade, or activating a speed boost, you're doing it all from your own eyes. And that makes every ability feel more powerful, more immediate, and more personal. You're not watching your character do it, you're doing it yourself. Now let's talk about the competitive aspect. FPP in Farlight 84 adds a level of challenge that might not be for everyone. It's less forgiving, it demands more awareness, and it tests your reaction speed constantly. For players looking for a more hardcore experience, this is exactly what you're going to want. It strips away the safety nets and makes every match feel like a test of your skills, your decision making, and your adaptability. It's intense, it's thrilling, and it's incredibly rewarding when you pull off a win. Of course, there are moments of frustration too. FPP isn't perfect. Sometimes you'll feel trapped by the limited field of view. Sometimes enemies will get the drop on you because you didn't hear them coming. Sometimes your aim will betray you at the worst possible moment. But that's all part of what makes this mode so satisfying. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to push you, to make you better, to force you to adapt. And when you do finally come out on top, it feels earned in a way that TPP victories sometimes don't. Throughout this gameplay session, you'll see some amazing fights, some tense moments, and probably a few close calls where it felt like the match could go either way. That's what I love about Farlight 84's FPP. It brings out those moments where your heart's racing, your palms are sweating, and you're fully locked into the game. It creates those memories you look back on and think, yeah, that was a good fight. That was a hard-earned win. For those of you who have been hesitant to try FPP in Farlight 84, I hope this video shows you what you're missing out on. It's a different way to play, sure, but it's also a more intense, more rewarding experience if you're up for the challenge. It takes everything you thought you knew about the game and turns it up to 11. You see the world differently, you fight differently, and you win differently. And that's really the point of today's video, to show you that stepping out of your comfort zone in a game like this can lead to some of the most fun and exciting moments you've ever had. So sit back, enjoy the gameplay, and maybe by the end of this video, you'll be ready to jump into FPP yourself and see just how intense things can get when you're right there in the thick of it. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more gameplay, more updates, and more action right here on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen,